Hi guys to everyone, I'm Ada from Poison Rock, and today we have Tiny Fuel from Blessed Hellride. I want first of all ask you, how are you?
Oh, well, I'm fine so far. I just headed home from work to have a nice internet interview, and I'm looking forward to
That's
how everything will be.
Yeah, I'm cool. I mean, like I said, and when I first I found out your band was through the social media, was on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and the sound it's beautiful. I mean, it's like that sound that is. I mean, like I could put it like in like the southern heavy metal, but I think there is something different little bit from as well the past because I think a lot of people compared you to other bands, and I think you inspired as well. But there's something different. I don't know if it's the presence of all the band, the charisma that all of you have, as well you as a frontman. But speaking of the beginning, how Blessed Ride start as band. So
Um,
I think it's
yeah,
a long story.
we formed in 2010, I think. Yeah.
And
I wasn't part of it. I'm not a
okay, okay.
foundation member. It was
We can pick it up when you join, so it's easier.
Well, no, we I joined like 2 years ago, and I
Okay,
heard the story so often, so it's no problem for me to
okay,
tell.
okay. Where is it going
Yeah,
to?
I know that Jack and we only have two foundation
Remember.
members, and that's our guitarist Jack and our drummer Captain.
Okay.
And yeah, as far as I know, Jack and a friend of him were like, "Yeah, let's do a band." And one of them were like, "Yeah, I have a drummer." So I
Yeah.
think that's basically the origin story of mostly every band.
Yeah.
There are musicians who want to go on the stage and want to perform music, and yeah, and as every band, yeah, we had some changes in setup, but I am the second singer.
Okay. Okay.
And I guess I will be the last singer.
That's good to know. That's good. Good
Yeah.
to know. And I mean, and of course, I mean, it's kind of spontaneously asking you, how do you join them? I mean, you saw them playing live, I don't know, or
No,
just
absolutely not. I never heard of this band before.
okay.
Yeah, it was
Everyone
like
is from Germany, right? Everyone of the band is from Germany.
yeah, no, it was like I had a terrible breakup and wanted to do something new, needed something new in my life, and I did music all my life, but and I never did it for quite a time. So, and
Okay.
I wrote an inspiration to some local yeah in the inspiration page. Don't know how to say, and was like, yeah, I can sing a bit. Would be nice to have a band
Uh,
again, just to have some nothing serious, just like
just hang
and
out.
yeah. Then I got an email from Slayer666 at gmx.com.
Who the fuck could be?
The funny who was like, yeah, if you want, I may have a band for you, and then we agreed on some songs that we prepare, and I got there, and I really didn't sing for I think like 4 years or something like this, and I stepped on a microphone and we did something of Black Label Society. I can't recall anymore, and I sang with them, and it was terrible.
I didn't
It was
know.
so bad,
Okay.
and we all stood there, and it was just quiet. And then I was like, you know what? Just let's do this again. I can better. I know that. And yeah, then I was warmed up, and then everything worked. And since then, I was in the band.
And because of course
The
after,
fun,
yeah.
yeah, the funny story is why I was mentioning the Slayer 666.
Yeah.
My email address is lord at lord minus off minus ring at something else because I'm still using it. And he was like, yeah, you know what? it was so close, I didn't invite you. But why? Yeah, who uses Lord of Ring in an
We can
email?
say, well, Slayer 666, come on. I mean, it can be nice to remember as a dress, but I mean, I can use, I don't know, I don't like Harry Potter, but let's pretend something else, like, I don't know any trilogy right now happening in the world. But there is some trilogy, or I can use myself White Snake 1987. That's fucking, it's weird. But that's, I mean, as far as I can see, I mean, you especially you, because I'm speaking, you have really such a huge and empowerment tone of voice, I mean, range of vocals, and that fits perfect with the genre of the band. So I'm asking, as you as a singer, as a musician, how started your journey into the music? I mean, you just always wanted to sing, or you just pick up another instrument, or I don't know, you were playing shamanic drums.
I always had some connection to music. It was my mother pushed me in kindergarten. She pushed me more or less into into some sort of, when I was 5, into some sort of early music education. And since then, I don't know, I played guitar, I played bass, uh, I played mandolin, and then some other stuff like tin whistle and stuff like that. But I never practiced. I
Okay.
was fucking lazy and just like to yeah, to play something
Enjoy
that
something.
sounds nice. And
Yeah, yeah.
but I I always sang good. So at some point, we were, I don't know, in our youth, we were on the field and we were like, yeah, let's do a punk band. And then we did a punk band, and that was the first time I had a microphone in in my hands, and there I sang the first time, and I was like, yeah, I think that's what I can best. So
I
I
mean, and I mean,
basically,
you mentioned punk, and then you go with with this tone, with this warm vocal range. Punk is not completely, warmed as a genre. It's like more. I mean, if we say like a Clash, you have to be okay, good singer. But if we think, for example, I don't know, Sex Pistols is just like screaming and making noise. So
yeah.
how did you move on from the punk to, we can say, the southern
But
rock
that was
genre?
not that was not really punk, honestly.
Okay,
It was just some sort of rock music.
heavy punk.
Uh, and I mean, we were 14, 15, something like this, and nobody really cared what we were doing there. We just did something, and we just created some sort of music with
Yeah,
bad texts and poorly played, but we had all the fun in the world. So
yeah.
there was never the development of voice
Okay.
basically started with the band, honestly, because before, yeah, I just sang for myself or here and there in some projects where the first time I was on stage on a bigger stage with audience was, no, that's not true. That was with the school band, basically.
We're on a big.
but after but after that, 10 years later with Blessed Hellride, yeah.
Okay, so
And from there on, I worked on my voice.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that catches you up like immediately. That's what I like, because I was telling that to one of our collaborator that is really into Southern rock, like all kind of, from the classic, like Rebel Society, from the blues. And when I showed your music to him, he was like, wait, we have like a kind of a new waves of music coming out right now. We have new waves of, I don't know, heavy metal again from UK. We have from like, I don't know, glam rock. But we do not have nothing like Rebel Society, like the Southern rock, or like even just Lemmy music, punk and roll. There's no band doing that anymore, if you think about
Yeah.
it. If you think
Yeah.
about it. And it's kind of, it's a paradox, but it's refreshing, because we have all extreme music. I mean, it's beautiful music. Love of them, the band in Germany. There is beautiful
absolutely.
festival. You in Germany have all beautiful festival that celebrate a lot of classical music, which is the Keep It True festival, which is amazing to for celebrate all these bands. But of course, you as well. I don't know if you were when you played in Wacken, you were already the singer.
Yeah.
And how was that? Because of it's one of the biggest. It's the biggest in Germany as a festival.
Yeah. It basically is. Yeah. It
And in
was.
Europe too.
It was. It was. I don't know. I didn't. It basically was the first time when I dropped off the stage and I was completely speechless. And people who know me know what that means.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was yeah, it was indescribable. It was simply the best show we ever had so far. There should be more to come. We work on
Okay.
this, but yeah.
And how the crowd reacted when they were seeing you playing live, because it's such a huge crowd with different taste in music.
Yeah, well, normally, normally when you're a singer and frontman, it's your job to control, yeah,
Yeah,
to tell them what to do, and
it's me.
normally
It's habit.
I basically have to say everything like 5 times, 6 times, like yeah, up with your hands now, and something like this. And on Wacken, it was like, let me see your hands, and all hands went up, and I
Just
was
one
like.
time.
Yeah, let me see your fucking hands, and everybody was like, "Yeah," and I
That's
was like,
beautiful. They make
"Yeah,
you
okay,
beautiful.
cool, we can do that."
That's beautiful. I mean,
And no, we have one part in Good Times Roll where if the audience fits, I mean, we sometimes have an elder audience with elder people who still enjoy this
um,
old school way of making metal
yeah,
and the southern rock. And there we don't do that, but if it fits with the audience, we are like, yeah, let's go down. Yeah, you all go down on your knees or to jump up when the drop
yeah, yeah,
comes.
yeah.
But and normally I'm like, yeah, now everybody goes down, go down, down, down. Yeah, you as well. Yeah, go down. And then
That's,
Wacken, it's like, please, everybody go down, and everyone was like, the whole
that's
crowd was
beautiful.
like, and I was like, all right, I'm God.
I mean that's beautiful, because that's as well shows like the relationship with the crowd, no matter what, if they
Yeah,
know you or not.
yeah,
They are there in the crowd in the concert because it's I don't know, a single gig, so they are for because to see you playing, or it's a festival, so maybe it happens to see you play live for the first time. People
yeah.
reacted good, but I just speaking about the albums, of course, because since you said that you joined 2 years ago, I guess you were in a
No, no, no. I don't join 2 years ago. I joined 2 years after we after the foundation. I joined
okay, so
2013.
so we can go to speak about all the album. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
we can
gonna
speak
be
about we
okay,
can
the
basically
three
speak
album.
about
Let's
everything you see you can still hear.
Okay, so usually I start with the first album, but not. But now we start with the last one, A Fire Club, which was in 2022.
Yeah.
Of course, I think from the first album there was some difference, but let's speak about what is behind, like the main topic that I was recording after the pandemic, because of course we in Europe we had a worse maybe than other part in the world. So let's speak about the last album.
Yeah. What exactly do you want to hear?
Like
Sorry.
there is a main topic, like a main theme. What are the lyrics about? And I was
Okay.
working on that album during, I mean, after the pandemic that hit a lot.
Yeah, that definitely influenced us a lot. We basically I sometimes think we only have this third album the way it is because of the pandemic.
Okay, of
Um,
course.
just before pandemic hit, we're like, yeah, we have to write an album. We have to write an album. We want to bring something up, but there was so many other things going on. Like there was a small Norway tour coming up in 2019, I think, or 2020. No, it was 2020. Yeah, and and then stuff like that, and preparation, and so many things that we couldn't focus on creating music anymore. There was so much going on that we really didn't know how can we do everything, because we all work. It's like we all work full time, and Jack, our main songwriter, has family as well, and so there is a lot going on, and basically when pandemic hit, really, like in I think in May, where everything got cancelled, we were like, yeah, okay, and now, and then there were 2 months of doing basically nothing, like really nothing, like meeting up in the rehearsal room when it was legal, and trying to do something, but it simply didn't work. So we canceled more rehearsals, and at some point we were like, yeah, Jack was like, yeah, guys, we meet tonight, we have to talk. And then we met up, and everybody was like so tense, so pissed, so it was a really bad vibe. And he was like, yeah, there are 2 options now: we kill the project, or we write a new album. And everybody was like, and nobody immediately said we write a new album. I was like, you know what, first thing we should do is do some music together and simply play the songs we haven't played for months now. And everybody was like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's do it. Like really, like there wasn't much of motivation at all. And then we played the songs, and somehow it came back, and everybody and in the end we were like, yes, all right, we are still that team, we are still the and there is still drive. It's just the time, or the spirit of the pandemic, basically, that kills, and it's not us. So yeah, let's write it now.
Exactly.
And then we wrote Hellfire Club, and I think it's hearable. It is definitely more aggressive. It is definitely darker. And yeah, the texts also are. I mean, the only thing we write about is it's drinking, it's women, it's and it's death and occult stuff.
It's an attitude. That's it.
Yeah, and it's death and occult stuff. So that's basically the main. If you want to frame the topics, and they are still on Hellfire Club, but it's a lot about death and apocalypse, and
of course.
Yeah, okay, what to do now, and we missed the road and stuff like that.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, since it's been out for almost more than 1 year, just speaking briefly about the previous 2, Bastard and Outlaw and Bourbon King.
Yeah.
What can you see mean, like the difference this time about technically as well, or what could be the recordings, even if they were released with the Road Roster record, but in general, the developing of the sound, the improvement of each one of you as musicians in the sound. I mean, what has changed, like from the first to the last?
Well, Bastards and Outlaws is not our first release. Okay. We released Booze and Roll EP before, and that one was really raw. I mean, it was basically recorded in 2 days and mixed and mastered really quickly, and then you just let them hear it, and everything's fine. And yeah, with Bastards and Outlaws was first time writing progress to write an album. It was with a very fresh voice recorded and everything, and I think you can hear that it is raw in the production, and some sort of unfinished in the production sometimes.
Okay.
In my ears, it sounds like this.
Okay.
And yeah, but that's part of the charm, you know. It's like when you hear Bastards and Outlaws, it's simply it has this raw this roaring basically. And
Yeah.
yeah, with Burm King, um, we we somehow decided it is more professional to
Okay.
sound to sound clearer, to sound cleaner, to sound a bit more. I don't know. We basically went to our to Phil from SU2 studio here, like 60 kilometers away, and said, yeah, we want to sound like a hard rock band.
Okay.
Yeah, that was stupid because
For the
the
rough.
the it's a good album. It
Okay.
simply it simply is more plain.
Okay.
It misses the aggressiveness. It misses the roaring, basically. And yeah, and after we recorded it and we brought it out when we showed it to label, he basically said, Yeah, do you really like that?" And we were like, "Of course. What question is that?"
Love it.
But in fact, he heard what we know now, that
Yeah.
it basically it got a bit, yeah, a bit tamed. And I think this that was the first thing we threw out again, to sound more metal, to sound more raw, more aggressive again. Uh, it's all, and most of it is thanks to Jack, who basically is he's our songwriter, and he's the guy who cares for how things have to sound, how mix has to be done, which amps have to be played, and stuff like that.
So we could say that the last album is kind of taking back the roughness.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
would say so. Yeah,
yeah,
but
but
finished, but a
okay,
bit more finished.
it's a
Like
combination of like being more improved as a like as a sound, so much mastering. So it's a finished, but as well keeping the roughness. So it's basically a final project of the first two,
yeah,
kind of.
would say so. Yeah, yeah.
And before
I
speaking
don't
about,
think
yeah,
I wouldn't say I really don't think it's a final.
also me would be like
It's just
last album
yeah, it's just a mixture of both of them,
of
and
both of them.
I
Okay,
mean there are songs to come or
that we're
right
gonna
now,
speak
and
about in a couple of
yeah, and
days.
they are different again. They are
Yeah.
yeah.
And the first part about, in fact, speaking the song that is gonna be released in a couple of days, there is one song that, in your opinion, in all these three albums, that could be the core of the sound of everything, the core of personality of the band. All, I mean, if orange or as well a song that you enjoy to sing and have fun in the stage. It'd be true for.
That 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 are yeah. I just want to say that these are two absolutely different questions.
Yeah, yes, I didn't say two songs. Two
Yeah,
songs, of
yeah.
course.
The songs I enjoy the most singing are the ballads, basically.
Okay.
At the moment, we perform in memoriam, as ballad in our set, and yeah, it's the moment when you can breathe the most, the most as a singer, where you can perform the best, where you can basically where you have the time to develop.
Can chill a little bit
Yeah,
after all the
because normally it is like and always push and gas, and there you can that's basically the first time in live set where it's about singing, and
yeah.
where there is enough, I would say, space,
Okay.
um also in the head, to implement more feelings than just aggressiveness. So and then this I like a lot. It's more yeah, it's basically I enjoy the ballads the most, and I'm the only one in the band who enjoys the ballads the most. And I always have to fight for them that we still play them because I really think a tangent curve is important.
Wow. And if about the core, I mean, if one song that could say maybe can be the core of all the bands, like if you want to
Yeah,
advise to someone some song as start, like just listen that and maybe you can feel the essence of Blessed the Rock.
the thing is with Hellride, uh, well, if it's about the core,
Okay.
then I would always say Bastards and Outlaws,
Okay.
like the title track of the first album.
Okay.
That's oh, the song we always play the last. And yeah, it still is the hymn, but it is difficult because we have so many different ways of writing songs and so different sounds. Like, I mean, if you hear something like Ride Home, which is more like a country, no, southern rock
Yeah.
ballad, or then you have something like Good Times Roll, which is rock and rolly yeah, or Justice Day. No, bullshit. Yeah, I just simply forgot how the song how the song is named. But we do have many different sprites in our songs, so it is really hard to say, yeah, that's the core song. I mean, Bourbon King has some Amon Amarth flair and
There's a
some
kind of
some
influence
some
here and there.
and so
Yeah.
yeah, and we are always proud of that we are this
So,
uh yeah,
yeah.
facettenreich in German, like, yeah.
And of course, like I was saying before, in 2 days, on the 21st, so this Friday, is gonna drop off Bar Fight Rodeo. So,
Exactly, yeah.
what about this song? Of course, the title maybe speak for itself. I think it's not gonna speak to. I think about some bar fight, but there is a rodeo. What is about? I mean,
But if you want,
oh,
we can look at it together, because I just, like, 20 minutes before I received your link, I just got the link for the finished music video.
okay.
So if you want, we can look at it together, or I just send it to you and you cut in some.
Okay, that's you can
clips or
send me
something
that
like this, yeah.
you can send me, and I will put it in between and the last of the some small pieces of the interview.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah.
just
This
you
we
can
can do, yeah.
explain like the meaning of behind of the video clip and everything if you want.
The meaning behind. I mean, it's bar fight rodeo. It's obviously
It's just fun. It's just don't give a fuck about everything. There's always
it basically is a Fight Club story.
okay.
It was like and for us it often is like, I have a really good idea for chorus. I have to figure out what we can write about this. Yeah, and then I stumbled over this bar fight rodeo, and it simply appeared in my head, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, that's really cool, and I really think it came out extremely good. Uh, and then Jack came up with, "Hey, I have a riff here. I have a new song just here. I don't know how to name it. I just name it Song A."
One.
And then I listened to it, and I was the chorus came up, and I was like, and I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, you can name this bar fight rodeo. And he was like, yeah, okay, yep, well, why not? Well, and then yeah, and then we tried it out, and it worked so well together, the text and everything, and yeah, I'm really convinced of that one.
That's gonna drop out the 21st, and of course I wanted to ask about the influences, which is I think it's for many people could say really easily to understand. But I want to hear from you if there are other influences that you each one of you in general. It doesn't have to be band. You can say just genre or can be anything, even the attitude you have in life.
Well, that is talking about sound influences. I'm definitely the wrong person to talk to because I'm not writing the songs.
Okay.
And I'm absolutely convinced of what Jack creates there. He is absolute. He's a master brain. According to that, he also is. I mean, I sing, yeah, and he records what I sing, and in the end, he's like, "Nah, do that again. Nah, do that again. Nah, that sounds shit." And if I don't think it's shit, we argue long.
We're such a beautiful like family situation in the band.
and there are this time round when we recorded, there were points where we bargained, like, all right, you get this, then I get this. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It's like uh, I think we play a lot with this Sons of Anarchy biker vibe
that's
stuff.
what I wanted to ask you. How much, and I'm gonna include that in the influence, how much the Southern attitude, which let's say in the worldwide mainstream is like bikers, of course, house club, let's say all the biker scene, half
Yeah.
beer, whatever, fights, has to do with all your, I don't know if it's just personal life or as well just band's life.
Well, um, we there are definitely points where this yeah, I don't know, this biker stuff comes through. Like, I mean, we stand like family together. It's like if one of us has any issue, everybody tries to do its best to help
Like that, house, yeah.
in what way ever. If some, yeah, if I mean, if there is any problem when we are out, then this gets cleared
Yeah.
easily as well. And mm, yeah, I think that's the part that this brotherhood stuff, and that you stand for each other is something. I mean, no matter how much we hate each other for a moment, I mean, we fight a lot, yes, and but would never. I simply would never turn my back. So,
Yeah.
um, and that's. I think that's the most important thing
Yes,
from
exactly.
this biker and southern stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything else is like, I mean, you need something that gives you um a mark, you know,
Yeah,
like
of course. Personality,
and
yeah, of course, something that
we
makes
are
it.
we are the only German band that tours in this way, that dresses in this way, and yeah, I think
It's as
that's
well.
basically it.
And about the last question now is, of course, the most common question all over the world. Of course, the actual current plan, and if you're thinking to release an album. Speaking about first the live.
Yeah, we don't plan to release an album anymore. So
Okay.
there's nothing to come.
Okay.
We do have shows coming. I think we play two German festivals next week. One is Schlichtenfest in at Allgäu, and Bella Freibad open air for the German audience. Maybe they want to join spontaneously. And yeah, in 2 weeks we do have a very very small festival here in the rural area that is somebody who just started as an organizer,
Okay.
and she was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for bands." And we were like, "Yeah, it's okay, we play. We can do that. That
Okay.
works for us." Yeah, and then August we have pause basically because both guitars are
It's
in
holiday
holidays
season.
for.
Come on, it's holiday season. Everyone deserves
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Both guitars are in holidays for at least 3 weeks.
Okay. And something in the autumn, fall? I mean, autumn planned already as a live always. It's
Yeah. Some smaller shows, but no festivals anymore. Some.
This live is gonna be always in Germany, around Germany.
Yeah, it's only Germany
Okay.
so far. I mean, we played Luxembourg, we played Belgium.
Okay.
We never played France so far.
Did you play in Belgium? I lived in Belgium. Where did you play in Belgium? I lived a couple of period in Belgium.
We played in Eupen,
Okay. Was
and in where it's very close. It's the German part of Belgium,
okay, that's fine.
close to the German border. And there we played in two or three, no, in three small villages there. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
basically.
I mean, yeah, we can say. I mean, we have to be a little bit honest because I live in Sicily. I've been in a little bit of festival all around Europe. It could, Europe is a beautiful scene, but the scene is all in Germany. So if you're in
Ah,
Germany, you are. Ah, come on, the bigger festival are in Germany. I can last the
yeah,
count.
of course, yeah. Something like Graspop and Hellfest, they are all in Germany. Yeah,
No, but there is summer breeze,
yeah,
partisan. I
yeah.
mean, I love summer breeze. I started my back again career, let's say like that, with the summer breeze. So I was there all the time. It's like home to me, that place. So if I think to go in a festival again, it's immediately summer breeze because I knew everyone there. It's like, okay, I'm home. And congratulations for in Germany of the bathable lakes. It's I never swim in a lake, and I was like, Jesus, it's so beautiful instead of the beach and the sea and the salt. It's a different things, and as well mindset. Yeah, that's
I really think that that depends on the point of view because I mean I've been in Italy and in several in several cities. I've been in Sicilia as well,
yeah,
and
really.
yeah,
Where have
yeah,
you been in
and
Sicily?
oh yeah, I'm just thinking about the name of the village, but I simply forgot.
Was on the
It was
on the north, on the south,
north.
north. So
Yeah.
maybe the capital, Palermo.
No, it was not
Okay,
Palermo.
was
Palermo would have known. It was a small village. We visited the parents of friends of us,
okay.
and I really can't recall how it is
I mean,
something
it's always
something with Santa.
it's always like that. I mean, if you're of course blocked in an island and you go abroad, and everything is different because of course there is the as well the mentality. The people is different. When you come back in Sicily, everything is the same because we have different, I think, mentality than ever as well is Italy. That's completely different. When I go in when I go in Rome or in Milan, I'm like, okay, I am in another country. I'm not. We are not.
Yeah, I know.
We have
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah. We have
Sicilian people
a.
are special.
I mean, we have a lot to offer here, but as well,
Yeah, of course.
really,
Yeah.
we have a lot of in the rural area as well. We have a lot of places to do, even festival. But who's
Hmm.
gonna attend? All people, the elder people that are standing near outside their house with a small chair.
Hmm.
It's the scene is a little bit no, it's dead. It's not a little. It's really dead. Unless you don't play electronic music or indie folk, it's dead. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's the truth. I have to be honest. That's all. I mean, people are always amazed. Oh, you have mountains, but yeah, you can find that all over the place. But
Hmm.
you mentioned something that it's. You said that you're not gonna longer release album, but does it mean that you're not gonna making music anymore, or you're gonna change the way of doing things? I mean, expect.
Yeah, no, no, of course, we still we still want to publish music. We just
Okay.
decided against um, a new album. It is like we 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 discussed if we want to get back into this progress again, where you write songs and you collect and you write and you collect and you write and you collect, and when you finish collecting the songs, you forgot how the first one were written, and you forgot how to play them, and then it's like, yeah, how did we do that again? And it takes so much effort and energy to stay in this progress of writing an album. And the outcome after 2 years is so low for the energy that went in, that we simply said, yeah, then no, that's not what we want to do anymore. Because if you see Hellfire Club, for example, is the last release, we sold less than 100 CDs, and it basically fits it fits in percentage to the numbers that is about selling CDs in general, and what we sold before and what we are selling now suits perfectly to this, like, I don't know, 10% of what you did in 5 years before. And so that's not, it's not a problem that people are not listening anymore and are not interested. They are simply not listening to CDs anymore. I mean, if I see myself, even I think I have like 20 CDs left that are all signed by some friends or friends band and stuff like that, and that's basically left, and everything else went out of the house. I don't even have a CD player anymore.
Yeah, me neither. I have a vinyl player that is closed, even closed.
Yeah,
because we have to adapt. So, but that's something I'm hearing the first time from you, like a band like Blessed Hellride. I've never heard this, so it's something maybe that gonna inspire other bands to do that. Because, but of course, there's gonna be, I don't know, if for example, all these songs gonna be available, of course, on the platform, on the social, on the web, on World Wide Web. How it's fucking called now, I don't know. And but at a certain point, these songs you may think to collect, if the fan will require, for example, there's going to be the chance.
You had some
Let's say, for example, if you release 10 song or 15 song and hire me as a band, as a fan, I'm gonna ask you, I would like to have a physical copy of that. It would be, like for collectors or for older fans.
Well, that's possible. Yeah, we see that the plan is basically that we want to release one single every 2 months.
Okay.
And with
a video clip?
With a professional video clip, with everything, so that we can and I mean, this basically gives us a more tight a way to work. I mean, we can definitely we can stay in the progress and stay in. We write a song. We can we write 2 or 3 songs. We record them. Then while we release these 3, we can write the next 3 songs.
Yeah,
and we don't have
the rhythm.
Yeah, and we don't. It's not like it's like we can bring some. We can do something new every 3 months, basically, and it's really refreshing. It's really refreshing. And now talking about marketing, it is way better to have something new to bring every 2 months that nobody heard again.
One every 2 years, maybe. Yeah,
exactly. Or you bring out 13 songs every 2 years, and you have you have attention for, I don't know, like 2 months, and then it's and then it's dead. It's basically dead. It's like nobody cares anymore. Because there is so much new coming out.
But that's good as well for the fan and for the people that listen to music, even if they don't know the band. They can you're releasing one song, so I can focus more on that song, and maybe even that words stick in my mind. I come to see you on the gigs, and I know better the song because I have more time to listen even one song. And then you have and even in a year you have maybe 6 songs, 7 songs released. I know all of them because I had the time to listen with my own time, like, not like, of course we put, like Spotify, and I need to put, I don't know, all albums. But of course, you're gonna always know the song that has been released better than the other ones. The one with video clips, with lyrics, with the video lyrics, or the singles been released. It happens with many bands. I mean, if you even just know, I don't know, the bigger bands, and at least you're not a huge fan of that, you know the singles released.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if they ask you a song in that album, you say, "Oh, I don't know which album that song is." I think not a really, really huge fan.
And there are, I mean, speaking of Hellfire Club, there are so many good songs on that album. and I basically see, I see the numbers on Spotify, there are really good songs basically unheard. So, hey,
that's a good that's a kind of a bet, but as well as a good bet, because the outcome is going to be, of course, good, because if you already saw that the number of the people that listen or see the video or watch the video clips already, you know how it's going to be around, like you can say, kind of the outcome. So it's kind of not bad. But before ending the interview, of course, I want to ask, because I asked you before, like in general, the influence of the band. Now, I want to ask you about your personal influences, Danny. But here, wait. We're going to pick 5 albums, not general influences. We're going to have to be picky and precise. So, yeah, I could say even 5 songs if you prefer, but let's say as you think it's easier for you to, because it's hard that people hate me for that, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You got me there, because I am one of those digital natives who never listen to albums.
Let's say song then. Let's say songs. Which 5 songs that I know that can change, overall time, but the ones that are in your mind, or that maybe you're listening more. I mean, let's say about that.
The first song that comes to my mind is Vicious Cycle.
Okay.
From Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Okay.
That's basically, I don't know why, but that is some sort of, I heard that in my main influence for music is my father, and he basically is Black Sabbath, Lynyrd Skynyrd, the old-fashioned rock and roll, and I mean, he never said I'm listening to metal. Yeah, he was always like, I like rock.
Yeah,
but listens to Black Sabbath and stuff like that as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Second one is Law of the Riff. Let me think about how the band's called. I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry. I have to look it up.
It's okay.
It's Gorilla Monsoon.
Okay.
Gorilla Monsoon, Law of the Riff.
Okay.
Then it's Redneck from. Oh, Jack will hate me now. No, I have to look it up. I'm sorry.
No, you can do. I mean, it's when I get a chat interview, you can even text to someone and never call. Hey.
Lamb of God. I'm so bad with names.
Don't worry, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Sometimes I even do the horrible mistake to exchange. When you have like 3 interviews in a day, and maybe it's new band, I say sometimes I mention the wrong name of the not of the band but of the members, and I was like, oh fuck, or the album. And if one is doom and one is I don't know, ska punk, it's I fucked up myself, but it's
understandable. Well, happens, I would say.
Yeah. So the fourth.
I'm just checking my
your Spotify.
My Spotify list, yeah. Oh, it's definitely something of Ghost.
Okay.
Because I'm mostly hated for loving them so much. He is Ghost. Okay. And yeah, let's go with something a bit. I mean, there is a lot of German hip hop, but it's I decide for Hysteria from Muse.
Okay.
But yeah, I do listen a lot of hip hop. It's like, I don't see myself as a metal guy. I see myself as a musician.
Yeah.
And I always think it's small-minded just to hate something because it's not exactly what it is, and there is so good written lyrics.
Yeah, but that's true. That's true. I mean, if you do southern rock or southern metal, you don't have to listen only to that or only to metal. You can listen even to Celine Dion. I don't know. I mean, there is just label. What is that? But at the end of the day, the music's all. I mean, come on. Even people who don't know play pop, they can listen to extreme, brutal, deathcore metal. It's all about. I mean, the music you perform is not to reflect always that what you like to listen. I play bass and I like to play, for example, I enjoy playing, I don't know, Motorhead, but I listen Motorhead, but I listen more, I don't know, glam, sometimes that, sometimes punk, sometimes
basically
Boys. So
yeah, Backstreet Boys is that stuff nobody likes, and everybody joins singing when drunk.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks for saying that. I'm ruining my name, but that's fine. That's the beauty of being yourself.
No, it's like everybody starts shouting it, but drunk.
It's true, but as well, like I mean, there's nothing wrong to be yourself and even have fun when you're drunk. Yeah. Even when you are having fun, and I don't know, there's some song on the radio that could be Britney Spears, could be Michael Jackson, whatever, and you just start to singing because maybe you listen when you're really young.
Exactly, it's our youth. I don't know how old you are, but yeah, it's my youth. I grew up with that. So hey, of course I know it, and of course I like most of it, even if it's pop and even if it's cheaply done and whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It works. It's still music and it works. And as long as long as it transports something, as long as it transports something for you, it can't be bad music.
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically it.
I mean, I didn't even know who, for example, some huge band from the death metal scene they were before starting doing interviews, and I started to meet them. So, for example, I liked the person that I was talking to because I see that it was a genuine person, and I started to like the music because there was a kind of integrity and be spontaneous. But I do not consider myself to listen to death metal because daily I listen to things like, I don't know, Santana, because I want to wake up and be, like the Spanish guitarist, to be like chill in the morning, or listening some mariachi music. I'm into that right now.
On the way home I listened to Manu Chao.
Yeah, that happens to me some days ago. I don't know, because right now, because I've been into bikers club as well, myself. Yeah. And of course we all been drained by Sons of Anarchy before. Now there is this Mayans going on, which I'm a huge fan of it, and basically maybe for that, because it's all based in Southern Cali, that I'm listening all about that type of music. So it's gonna end tomorrow. I have to find another TV shows. But after ruin our career publicly.
Well, then you can look forward for Bar Fight Club, for Bar Fight Rodeo.
Yeah, because that's gonna be like Mayans is done, but the spirit is alive. So
yeah, it will be like that. Yeah.
For anyone, let's say publicly, for anyone who would be grieving Mayans or Sons of Anarchy.
Well, we had two professional MMA fighters for the video, and who really fought a lot in the bar. We shoot the video, so it is. And they basically they brawled. It's not staged. They just they talked about what and how they will do everything, and then it was like, yeah, but let me hit you. So, okay.
But that's cool, because that's as well keeping something real.
Yeah, of course.
And show it. That's something real. But I mean, let's say that don't perform at home. Then don't perform at home. They are professional fighter. Don't perform at home. Let's say to the people, to the kids, if the kids will ever watch it. But what can I say? I wish you all the best with these singles coming out, and especially with the other release. And maybe, who knows, now and then when there will be certain amount of release, we're gonna update each other on the singles, on the video clips.
Of course,
because I would like as well to speak better about the story about going on with the video clips as well. So for now, it's I think all. Thank you, for this funny conversation that ends up talking about Backstreet Boys and I don't know, TV shows. And have a good day, because we are in the same time zone, thankfully. Even if I see there is still sun there, here it's dark.
No, that's not sun. That's just a camera. It's just a good camera. Yeah. It's getting dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if you're around on festivals in Germany, just maybe there is a crossover and we can have a drink or something like this.
Yeah, sure. I was thinking about, since there is, these things about that every festival has to do, all the festivals together on the same days, we don't pick different period from 16 to 19 of August. Only Partisan is different because I think it's the same country. Partisan is at the beginning and Summer Breeze is 16 to 19 of August. I've been offered to go in Norway as well as Midgårdsblot. And they are on the same period. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to go back to Summer Breeze. Last time I was there in 2018 and I never missed a year. And I'm like, what I should do? At the end, I know that I will make it, maybe postpone it in the winter, because a lot of bands are not playing anymore. I don't know why in Italy. I don't know what's going on in the north of Italy, to be honest, because I'm like in another world here. A lot of bands, they are just like maybe postponing for another time, or maybe choosing to perform like France, Belgium, Germany. Maybe I will end up to see, I wanted to go to see the Angel. So probably in fall, I'm going to be there, because if I think a good place to go that I know a little bit, at least in the south, from Nuremberg to the south, the part I know better and say that part of Germany.
That's basically so south, yeah.
Yeah,
the south is south of.
I just been there. I traveled all around that place. So, of course I want to see as well the north part and the central part. Yeah, but of course let's keep it updated, and we'll have a beer and drink.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah. And you can advise me some good beer. Now, let's say to the public, which is some good beer that we should try. Because, of course, Germany has a tons of good beer. I've been in a Rathaus, I guess. It's a beer called Rathaus in Germany.
What again?
Rathaus.
Rothaus.
Yeah, I've been
Rothaus is that is really nice. Yeah, it is produced in the rural area.
I was staying there for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Years ago.
It's not. It's Schwarzwald, I think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but it is south of Germany, definitely.
Yeah. It was close to.
Yeah. You see, my most favorite beer is Heineken.
Okay. If you want to go more like something that people maybe don't know, like as a foreigner, we don't know that maybe it's. I don't want to say that it's traditional from there, but.
Yeah, and again, I'm basically the wrong person to ask, because I'm not the biggest fan of the biggest connoisseur of beer, because I don't know. It's like we in this area here we have Bitburger, which is well known in Germany. I don't know if it got its way to Italy. I don't know.
I drink beer, but I just in the last period I started to drink more. Like a kind of we call it amaro, after dinner. So that's sometimes I drink that, because the older you start to drink, I guess. We have a very good black beer in Germany. It's a Köstritzer Black, which is very nice. It's something like Guinness, just not as heavy as Guinness. Okay.
Yes. This I can recommend. If you're in Germany next time, just taste Köstritzer Black. Yeah,
for sure.
This you should do. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, and let's keep updated and whatever it said, and I'll let you know when interviews come, because of course I will ask you about video and songs and whatever to put intro as an outro. So thank you so much, Danny, and enjoy the rest of the day, and talk soon.
So do you.
It was a pleasure. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.
fight.